Hey guys, today I'm super excited to introduce to you the new SaaSykit Tenancy boilerplate or starter kit, whatever you want to call it, which helps you build multi-tenant SaaS applications easily and in basically no time. First of all, let's go through the idea of multi-tenancy. What is multi-tenancy? Multi-tenancy is the ability to offer your system or the service that you are trying to offer via your system to a team or a company instead of like a single user. Think of Google Workspaces, for example. Google Workspace offer the email service to companies basically so that they can have email for employees. In this scenario, it's the service is being delivered or offered to a company, and this company will have like kind of a panel that allows it to edit, administer the things, the settings, add new users, remove users, assign some permissions for certain users as admins or not admins. And whenever they add a new user to their system or to their email, basically to their account as a company, the company will be paying for that user per month. So they have some kind of like a per seat subscription. And whenever they add a user to this subscription, they pay more. And then whenever they remove a user from the subscription, they pay less seats, basically. This will be the things that we will be discussing today. So the ability to create a seat-based subscription within SaaSykit with a few clicks from the admin panel. Make that available to your customers on the front end so that they can go through the checkout, subscribe, and then they will go to their panel where they can add new users or basically invite new users to their company or workspace. These new users, once they accept the invitation, the tenant users will increase, and this means that the tenant or this company will be paying more. So one more seat will be added to this company automatically behind the scenes on the payment provider side, which can be Stripe, can be Paddle, or can be Lemon Squeezy. All these are the payment providers that are supported within SaaSykit. And once the user joins, they can basically go through the service that you offer. You can also change the permissions to make them like an admin or a normal user or define extra permissions. Also, you will have the ability to remove a user, and once you remove a user as a company from your tenant or your panel, the company will pay less, so the subscription will be updated on the payment provider side to reflect that. All that is again happening behind the scenes. You have that all implemented, and you can start building your project on top of that without reinventing the wheel. So let's go into that and see that together. All right, so now I'm already logged in using an admin user. So let's go to the admin dashboard together. Once we land here, under product management, we have subscription products. Basically, we have 3 products already in place: Basic, Pro, and Ultimate. And when we click on plans, you would see that we have already some plans created for these subscription products. A plan is basically a way to charge for the product, for the subscription product at a certain interval. So basically monthly, yearly, or weekly, and so on. I have already created like plans, 5 plans. So for the basic product, we have the basic monthly and yearly. So for each product, basically we want to charge either monthly or yearly. We have that for the basic, for the pro, and for the ultimate we have only the monthly, and we will create the yearly together now so that you can actually see how things work and how you can create a plan. So click on the new plan. Here we give the plan a name, ultimate yearly. We can leave the slug empty because it will take the name of the product automatically. And then here we have to choose the type of the plan. We have 2 types. One is flat rate and the other is seat-based. Flat rate means that the subscription will have a flat rate that is being charged. Or the customer will pay like, let's say $50 per month or per year, and this amount is fixed. Seat-based means that the subscription will be charged per seat. So each user that the tenant will have will be actually added to the subscription amount, and then the customer, let's say if the seat cost is $10 and the customer has like 3 users, the customer will be paying $30 per month. Here we can define if we want to limit the number of users per tenant. If we leave it at 0, then this means that we don't want to do that. Then we need to choose our product. This is the ultimate product. We need, the interval would be 1 year, and we can leave everything else as is and click create. Now we have the plan created, but we don't have a price for the plan, so we need to do that. We need to define a price, so click again, and then down there we have the prices. Click new price, and our price will be $500 per year. So we need to enter that in cents, so it will be like 50,000, and the amount is US dollar. Create. Here we go. Now when we go back, everything is green and everything is all right. So the next step is we want to show the plans that we have to the customer on the front end, so that the customer can actually go through the checkout and then subscribe. So let's do that. Now, all what we need to do is to add the component that displays the plans on the homepage. So to do that, just go to the project and then resources, views, and home.blade.php. And at the very end, all what we need to do is just to add this xplans.all component, and that's it. Now we should be able to see the plans on the homepage. So once we go to the homepage and scroll down to the end, we will find our plans being shown. We have the monthly and yearly plans, and each of them is like a per seat plan. Let's say the customer wants to go with the basic plan. So click the buy button, and then we will be redirected to the checkout page, where the user can basically just enter their email and name. On the right hand side, as you can see, there is like a place where the user can also choose the number of seats to book, basically, or to buy beforehand. So if the user knows that, okay, I want 5 seats from this subscription, he can enter here like 5, and then the total price will be reflecting that. But let's say now we want only 1 seat, and let's create a new user. Let's call this user the subscriber. So subscriber at subscriber.com. Because it's a new user, now we are prompted to enter a password. So let's enter something quick and call it also subscriber. And as usual, in SaaSykit, the payment providers that you choose or that you enabled from the admin panel will be displayed here for your customer to just choose which payment method they want to pay with. Let's go for Stripe and then click confirm and pay. Here we just add the magic testing card 4242 and whatever, any name, and just move on with the checkout. And that's it. Now, if we click on Start Your Journey, then on the top menu, there is like the dashboard. This is basically the dashboard or the panel that a tenant can manage their tenant from. First of all, like a new automatically generated name for the tenant is being created. Which usually has like the first name of the user plus like workspace and number 1. And this menu will also contain any tenants that the user is invited to. So if this exact user, the subscriber in our case, is being invited to any other tenant, then he will be able to see that in this menu. But now he has only 1 tenant, so the menu is like just empty. On the left-hand side, you see the orders that this tenant did, the subscriptions that this tenant, this is the subscription that we just did, a $10 per month subscription per seat, and the payments, which basically contains the transactions that happened so far. We have a new transaction for this subscription that we just created. In addition to that, there is like the team subsection here, where there is like the ability to invite team members. So these are the team members that are part of this tenant right now. We only have one because we didn't invite any new members yet still. We have the subscriber, and the subscriber is an admin. Here, if you click on invite people, you will be able to invite new people. Let's do that basically. So if we click new invitation, you'll be able to enter the email address of the person that you would like to invite. Let's say invited@invited.com. And on the other side here, you can pick the role that you would like to give to this new invited user. By default, it's just a normal user. You can easily add new roles and define some permissions that this user can do in your application if you want. But by default, we have only user or admin. Let's set it to user and then just click create. Now we have an invitation. So this person will get an email saying that you are invited to join this tenant or this group or company or organization or workspace, whatever you want to call it. And they can actually just click on a button and then join. All right, now I just split the screen into two sections so that we can basically log in or create a new account for this user that we just invited, and then see what this user will be seeing on their side, because it has different permissions and we want to see what this user will be able to do. So this user, as mentioned, this user will get an email with that. They can actually join using this email. Like there will be like a link to join. And even if they just logged in normally or created an account for themselves on the website, they will be able to see the invitation also on the website. So let's do that. Click on login, then register, and we want to create a user with the same email. And let's call it the invited. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Register. All right. So the user now is registered. If you click on this on the top menu here, there is my invitations, which has 1, as you notice. If you click on that, then the user will be able to see that there is an invitation waiting for them from the subscriber workspace, and the subscriber, they can accept or reject this invitation. But before accepting the invitation, I would like to see what is the status of this subscription on the Stripe side. Here is the subscription on Stripe side. This is for the subscriber user that we just created. This is the subscriber at subscriber. And here you go. It's $10 subscription per month, and it has a quantity of 1, which means that we have only 1 seat. Let's now accept the invitation on this side, and now the user is already redirected to the tenant. But let's refresh on Stripe side here to reload this thing. And here you go. The quantity has already been updated to 2, which means that 1 more seat has been added. And this happens only when the user accepts the invitation. Now let's see what this user can do basically. Since we created that just as a user, as you can see in the menu here, the user has nothing to do or can do nothing basically, except the fact that he can see the dashboard. But in your SaaS application, of course, you would introduce some functionalities or some pages that this user can see and interact with. If you go to the admin tenant, as you can see, the admin can see all of that stuff, but the user cannot. And when we refresh this page, on the left-hand side on the admin, the invitation is already accepted, so we don't see any invitations. But if we go to the team members, we see that the invited user has just joined here, and we can easily change the role of this user if we want. So we can turn this user into an admin, and then let's refresh here. Open the menu, here you go. The user now can see the orders, subscriptions, and can manage the tenant as just as a normal admin, can invite other users and so on. Let's switch them back to a user. The other interesting thing that you can do is to remove that user. You can remove that user from the team, basically, at any point. When we remove that user, we get a confirmation like that. We click confirm, user is removed, and then we reload on the user side. Here you go, 404. This is does not exist because the user has now has no access to that tenant. And if we go and check on Stripe side, we refresh this page to see what happened to the quantity. Here you go. The quantity is back to 1, and the subscription is back to $10 per month. And that's it. And now let's see how the tenant actually looks like from the admin panel. For you as a SaaS owner, you can also manage things and check the stats and all of that stuff. So let's switch to that. So here we go. Now I logged into the admin panel. From the left-hand side, you can basically check out subscriptions. This is a subscription that we just created, subscription workspace number 1. This is the tenant name. We can also see the transactions that we have. We have 2 transactions for this subscription. And under tenancy, you can basically see which tenants we have. Currently, we have the subscription workspace number 1. This is the one that we just created. Click here, see basically a few more information about the users, the subscriptions, and the orders, and you can change the name of the tenant if you want. And also the user, by the way, has the ability to change the name from their panel if they want. And that's it. Here you have it. I can't wait to see what you will be building with these new multi-tenancy functionalities. Keep building and keep it up.